Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come in and run my mouth and talk about the mess. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. So, Tia, sister, let's have a conversation. All right. So, Tia Mowry clarifies her comments about her relationship with sister Tamara, claims they're not close in proximity but still love each other. This is according to the neighborhood talk. So, neighbors, Tia Mowry is setting the record straight after she recently sent the internet into a frenzy with comments about not being close with her twin sister Tamara anymore. Tia claims she didn't mean it as if they're beefing, but more so they don't see each other as much due to living so far away from each other. I don't like to call nobody a liar. So I'm gonna say that Tia, so far you're not being truthful. We're gonna play the audio of what Tia actually said. And these are her words. Okay. While talking with Us Weekly about her new reality show, Tia expressed how the public took her comments about Tamara out of context. Though she was not surprised that the internet ran with the narrative that her and her sister were no longer close, she decided to clear the air and speak about what she was really trying to communicate. Tia explains that her and Tamara are both mothers and are experiencing life on their own terms, so it's hard to be as close as they were when they were younger. The love, though, still runs deep. I said that. I said that we have to come to realize that as we grow up and get older, people start to have families and kids, and people have their own worlds. Okay. So, as much as people don't want to admit that things change, things change. That doesn't mean that you don't have love for that person. That doesn't mean that you're beefing, right? It doesn't even mean that you're not even close anymore just because things happen to change for people. You may not be as close as you were when you were probably both two single girls running the streets, but you're still close. But Tia, you said what you said, okay? Now I do understand that there are people out there who can listen to what somebody says and then take it and run with it. I try not to do that. Okay. Sometimes I might. But in this situation, Tia, you said what you said, and we're gonna get to it. Um, you could hear it from me, and this is basically what I was insinuating. I feel like as we grow up, we all start our own families, and their children need to lean on them. We begin to take on new roles and responsibilities within our lives. She said to Us Weekly. This is what that was all about. Again, I completely understand what she's saying. I think we all do. Okay. In these transitions in life, sometimes you just want a hug, and you just want someone to be as accessible as they used to be, and that's not the case, she stated. It's called life. I love my sister very much. She loves me very much. We have a closeness and a beautiful connection, but that's not what that was all about. It's just how life unfolds, and it happens with many families. Thoughts, neighbors. Now, listen to what Tia said, okay?
I feel like one of the hardest things that I've had to adapt to is dropping my kids off at their dad's house. I've always wanted the family dynamic of having a mom and a dad in one household. And when you're dropping your kids off, you actually visually see how that is no longer. We're about to go to daddy's house now. Being alone has been the most challenging part of my divorce. It's times like this when I feel and wish that my sister and I were still close and I could, pick up the phone and call her. But that's just not where we are right now.
You heard it. It's okay, Tia. It's okay. It's okay that you and your sister are not as close as you used to be. But you said it has nothing to do with the distance between your address and hers. It has nothing to do with you living in Los Angeles and her living girl in Napa Valley. You said you wish you could pick up the phone and call her. but y'all are not as close anymore. That's not the case. That's what she said. That's what you said, sister. And that's okay. I get that there are people out there trying to take this and make it seem as though, girl, y'all over there, girl. Like when you see her, girl, y'all just windmilling, girl, turn up your mama and daddy house. Girl, like y'all can't even stand each other. I get there's people out there putting 20 on 10. I don't think that's the case. We've had this conversation multiple times, especially with us reviewing the Braxtons, right? I think that a lot of us who have siblings, right, it could be a very complicated relationship because you're taught that this is family. You don't go against the family, right? That's why a lot of secrets stay in the family too. That's a whole nother video. I was about to get started. That's another video for another day. And when you have that dynamic, not to go off into a whole rant, but when you have the dynamic like the Braxtons, where they've been taught from birth that sisterhood is everything, then you grow up and you may not even too much mesh well with these people who you've been forced to be in a relationship with, right? Because people assume that just because you're family, people assume that just because you're brothers and your sisters, that means that you're supposed to be close. And if you're twins, shout out to the twins. They think that you're supposed to be girl best friends to the day we die, blood sisters. And I'm not saying this is the case for Tia and Tamara, but sometimes you can't stand your brother and your sister. Sometimes you can't stand sometimes you can't even stand your mama or your daddy. Okay. So back to Tia and Tamara. Tia and Tamara, these are just my thoughts. I think that they are just grown women, and life is lifing, and they're not the little girls that they once were. I think that Tia is a grown woman who is divorced. I think Tamara is a grown woman who's married. I do. Girl, now, can I be, girl, let me stop trying to be, girl, let me stop trying to, can I be a little messy? For some reason. And I don't have, I'm really just being messy right now. I don't have nothing to back this up. A part of me feels like that white man that Tamara is with. Yeah. All I'm saying is, girl, let me shut up because I don't have nothing. Let me shut up. Listen, Tia and Tamara, they're gonna be all right. I think Tia and Tamara love each other. I think that if they saw each other tomorrow, even if it was not cameras around, I think they would hug each other. Hey sister, how you been? How the kids doing? Oh girl, we need to get together, right? I'm sure they probably still talk, probably once a month, probably once every 2 months, maybe send some text messages. But I get why Tia is probably feels as though she has to backtrack because of the reaction from people. I feel like I kind of understood it. Like, girl, people just grow apart. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean that we hate each other. I think that there's this expectation because they are twins and because they grew up in front of us as far as TV wise, that they're supposed to just be connected to the hip. And that's just not the case. Anyways, girl, y'all get what I'm trying to go. Y'all get what I'm saying. I ain't about to repeat myself no more. All right, y'all. So shout out to Tia, shout out to Tamara, um, girl, Black royalty, all that good stuff. Girl, we moving on. Girl, I couldn't even imagine. Girl, judge approves Nene Leakes bank account being garnished over $25,000 debt. This is according to In Touch Weekly. So, Real Housewives of Atlanta alum Nene Leakes' bank account will be garnished to pay off a debt over alleged unpaid rent, In Touch can exclusively report. According to court documents obtained by In Touch, a Georgia judge signed off on the request brought by the company MPG Sugarloaf to seize funds from Nene's accounts at Trust Bank. Nene, 56, did not show up in court to oppose the request. I guess Nene said, girl, girl, just go ahead and take that chain. Girl, I'm back working, baby. Girl, I'm back at NBC Universal, honey. Girl, go ahead and get that little 25,000. MPG Sugarloaf filed suit against the RHOA star in August 2023. The company claimed to have leased a commercial property to Nene, who used it to open up her swag boutique in 2017. The boutique closed for a period of time during the pandemic. It reopened for a few months before ultimately shutting down for good in 2022. The landlord said the reality star failed to pay $22,000 in rent charges when she vacated. Um, the lawsuit demanded the entire unpaid balance plus interest. After the suit was filed, Nene said on social media she was not responsible for the debt. She claimed her late husband, Greg Leakes, signed the lease in question. She said, Greg signed the lease, not me. He ain't here. Bitch. I know that's right. Honey, you better go get it. You better go get it from Greg. Hello? I ain't signed nothing. He signed it. I ain't got it. I ain't got no money. Go ask him for it. I can tell you where he at. He ain't with nowhere. Girl, that was too much. Girl, I can tell you where he at. Girl, I already said it, girl. I can tell you where he at. I can tell you his exact address. He's still there. Mm-hmm. So if you want, you gotta go get it from him. Tell me how it go. Anyways, um, shout out to Greg. Greg died on September the 1st, 2021 at the age of 66. Nene was served with the legal papers outside her $1 million home in Atlanta, but never responded to the accusations in court. In November 2023, a default judgment was entered against Nene in the amount of $25,631. Following the entry of the judgment, the landlord fired off a series of summons to financial institutions where they believe Nene may hold money. Honey, the summons instructed the bank to immediately hold all money, including wages and other property, except what is known to be exempt, including property in safe deposit boxes or similar property that you hold belonging to the defendant named above, beginning on the days of the service of this summons and including the the next 5 days. Anyways, girl, so Nene, honey, I think, girl, I would, let me say something. I ain't even gonna tell the story because every time I tell a story, I get triggered. Girl, my wages got garnished one time. Girl, student loans. Girl, some of the girls already know the story. I done told it about 5 times. I'm gonna tell it. All I'm gonna say is this: I got my check one time, and I was looking at my check stub. I think my check wasn't higher. It was lower than what it was supposed to be. So I'm like, girl, what's going on? I'm thinking the people ain't gave me my money. Charles, I go look at my check stub. I think I logged online or something. I can't remember, child. I'm looking, and I can't remember what exactly it says. You know how they have your taxes and all that stuff. So the taxes, And I'm looking. I'm like, I'm just gonna make up a name. I can't remember. Garnished, girl. Who is garnished? And what is this? 179. I can't remember the number, but it's like I think it's like 10 or 15%. I can't remember, girl. I'm like, who is this? What? Who is, baby? Who is this bitch? Girl, what? Girl, somebody made a mistake. Honey, baby, when I tell you they had got me, baby, I'm telling them student loan people. When I tell you Sally made it, when I tell you Sally Mae was swinging me every which way but loose, but it was my fault though. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Then people tried to get in contact with me for years, and I was like, girl, honey. But once they got a hold to me, honey, girl, that's that same. I think I went to HR, and I was like, "Who? Excuse me. I'm sorry. Hi. I work in logistics. My name is Rodney. Hey, how are you? I see you all around. Yeah. I was looking at my stub, and it has my taxes are being taken out, and then it says garnished. I'm not exactly sure who or what that is. Can you explain that to me?" Baby Fish looked at me and was like, "That means your wages are being garnished." I don't understand. I get real slow. I start acting, I start acting real confused. I start acting real confused. I'm sorry. I don't know what you. I don't know you. I don't know what you mean. Can you explain this to me? Maybe that means your wages are going. I don't understand what you're trying to say. I don't know what you mean. You know what I mean? It's probably student loans. Oh. Can't know for real though. Anyways, chat, I called them people. The people told me, it's too late. I think they took it for like 6 months, and then you have to call them back. What I said, that was the worst 6 months of my life, the worst 6 months of my life. So, girl, I know, girl, if I had a fit over a little $100 some, girl, I know when Nene opened up I know when Nene logged into her Bank of America app, or her Wells Fargo app, or her Chase Bank app, and she saw her account was missing $25,000. Yeah, I know she probably slid like, oh my god, oh my god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I know she slid. I know she slid on her couch. I know she slid off the couch. Baby rolled out her bed. Cause I would have had a fit. $25,000. But see, girl, you can't be. But see, on some real, you gotta. But like me, girl, I couldn't even be mad at the people. Nene can't be mad at that lady. Nene know she owed that lady that. But like I knew I owed them students. I knew I should have got in contact with them student loan people. All I had to do was tell them I ain't got no money. That's all you got to tell them. I ain't got no money. Girl, I ain't got no job. Girl, I ain't got no money. Girl, I'm broke. Girl, I'm living check to check. Girl, I'm over here. Girl, I'm halfway on the street. Girl, shaking a tin can, talking about shank-a-lang-a-lang. Girl, help me out. Girl, mama is hungry. Can I have $1 for a cheeseburger? That's where I'm at, right? That's where I'm at in my life. Girl, you just got to tell the people. You just got to get in contact with the people. That's it. You just gotta talk to the people, girl. They'll just give you an extension, honey. Um, but anyways, you can't really be mad because at the end of the day, Nene, this is Nene's fault. She knew. This is not new to Nene. This ain't something she just found out yesterday. Nene been running from the $25,000 payment, girl, for how long? Girl, it finally caught up to her. It is what it is. At least, this is the thing. You have to always, believe it or not, you have to kind of make even though it's hard, you do have to sometimes look at the positive and stuff. The positive is, at least Nene, you had the money to pay it. Because the story could have been, girl, they tried to go on the show check and it bounced. Then they would have been calling you broke. At least when they said, girl, they gonna snatch it. Have they when they snatch it, if they already snatched it, at least they saying, girl, at least the report ain't, girl, you ain't got no money. That's the positive. You have to always try to make something into a positive. Anyways, girl, shout out to Nene. We love Nene. We do. But girl, next time, Nene, I guess I gotta take the same advice. Girl, pay your pussy bill. Listen to this. Speaking of people not paying their bills, this is according to the Neighborhood Talk. So ironic. Law firm that helped G. Herbo evade up to 20 years of prison time in his federal fraud case sues him for $237,000 after he failed to pay their services. Girl. Oh, neighbors, well, this is shocking. Is it really shocking? Is it really shocking? Okay. G. Herbo has been hit with a lawsuit, this time by the same law firm that saved him from prior legal issues. Law firm Prince Lobel Ty filed a suit this week that alleges breach of contract and unjust enrichment on Herbert's end. The rapper hired the legal team back in 2020, shortly after his plea deal for a fraud scheme in which he could have faced up to 20 years. And before his sentencing earlier this year, he allegedly halted on making payments. Honey, if a scammer ain't gonna do nothing else, honey, they gonna scam, honey. Mr. Wright has not paid and owes Prince over $237,000 for legal work and services performed by the firm on his behalf. Based on legal documents obtained by All Hip Hop, the last payment he made was on December 29th, 2023. In addition to what's owed, the firm wants interest on the amount they're asking for 1.2% in interest for every month the debt goes unpaid. They stated that Herbert accepted their services knowing that he would have to pay, and him benefiting without payment is wrong. Girl, that's a mess. I wonder why he ain't paid. They say y'all be saying y'all got all the money. The rappers got all them. They live these lavish lifestyles. I wonder why he ain't paid. Every time I look up, y'all got chains and diamonds and cars and girl stacks of money. Girl, they ain't got no money. They just like us. Okay, they on a firm and Klarna. Girl, breaking their payments into four, 6, or 12. Motherfuckers. Okay, girl, why his baby mama ain't paid it? I thought she's supposed to hold him down. Ain't that what y'all supposed to do? Hold him down. Supposed to hold your man down, baby girl. Pay his bills. Slide him your debit card. Slide him your credit card. What's her name? Tiana. I told you about that girl. Anyways, y'all didn't want to listen to me. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Remember he came out and said that how he was cheating on Ari with her. I said, I told y'all. Y'all let that girl get by because of how she look. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Ari is the ghetto hood bitch, and y'all think that Tiana is a sweet innocent girl. I clocked that girl from day one. I told y'all about that girl. Y'all don't want to listen to me, but it is what it is. Girl, the truth always gonna come out, and I'ma always be here. And be like, I told y'all so. I told you. I told you. I told y'all that girl was sneaky. I told you. All right, y'all. I'm going. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good night. Bye, y'all.